Hi, welcome to Reading the Prophets for the Church Today. I'm Dr. Rick Lowery, your professor this month. This is a 4-week, 1-credit-hour course introducing you to some of the prophetic books in the Hebrew Bible. Honestly, I've been teaching the Hebrew prophets to seminarians and college students for more than 20 years, and I have never been able to get even halfway through the biblical prophets in a 4-month-long course, much less a 4-week-long course. I'm not really sure how we're going to pull this off in just 4 weeks, but that's the hand we've been dealt, and we're just going to have to play with it. We'll start in this first week by looking at the social, economic, and historical context out of which the biblical prophets and the literature about them grew. Their world was very different than our world, and we need to appreciate that difference as we grapple with these often very peculiar, sometimes very shocking texts. We'll need to ask ourselves over and over whether what the biblical prophets said to people in their time have any claim on us today. And if so, how exactly do they relate to us and the problems we face? We'll find in a lot of cases that they are as relevant as this morning's news. We'll see in other cases that they can be useful, but only if we do a lot of translating between their culture and ours. And in some cases, many of us are going to find that what the prophets think and say simply have no place in a world such as ours that values some of the things that we value, things like democracy and human rights and the equal value of women and men. During our 4 weeks together, we'll look at characteristic literary genres used in prophetic literature and examine how they are used to make particular kinds of arguments. To the extent that we're able, we'll try to put the prophets we study in their ancient historical contexts. We won't have time to study very many of the prophets, but I would like for us to sample the ones that are most commonly cited in the Christian tradition, in the New Testament, especially those that appear most frequently in the lectionary readings that many Protestant and Catholic churches use each Sunday. As a result, we'll spend at least a week in the book of Isaiah. We'll also touch on Jeremiah and Amos, and very briefly Ezekiel. If we wind up having time, I'd also like to take a quick look at the amazing little book of Habakkuk. It'll blow your mind. The most important thing, besides learning a little bit about the prophets, is that we have fun. There's never a dull moment with the biblical prophets. These folks are a blast. So let's get down to it.